Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and nice to see you again. I hope you guys in well condition to watch me to bring my speech to you. But before all of this, first of all I want to thanks to my God, the only Father that always bless me until now I can stand here to give you my speech. My speech today is about the principle of subsidiarity in the eyes of Catholic Church. But I want to start my speech with a question. You guys already know that our beloved country, Indonesia, has so many religions, and Catholic is one of them. But from this occasion, we can ask again to ourselves, if our country has so many religions, and then why we can still found there is a case or some cases that happening in our country about injustice, especially injustice for the poor. We can ask again to ourselves about this occasion, because for me, every religion is always teaching about good virtues, about how to bring the peoples from the bad habit into the good virtues. I believe every religion always teaching about it. Then why we can still find so many cases about injustice in this country, which is this country is a religion country. So that I want to bring you guys about a principle that called subsidiarity in Catholic Church. So that I will divide my speech into 3 steps. First of all, I want to explain to you about what is principle of subsidiarity and what does it means. And second, I will show to you guys about how this principle has lived in our country, in Indonesia. How does subsidiarity principle live in Indonesia? And the third, as a conclusion, I will give to you the practical way to make this principle are better and better again in the future, especially in our country, Indonesia. Well, what is subsidiarity? Subsidiarity may be heard like a big theological term, but it's not big. As you know, a subsidiarity principle is very easy. It's very easy to be learned, and it's very powerful. Why? Because if the church can embrace this principle of subsidiarity, they can be a powerful agent too to increase human dignity between all the members of the church. That's why it is very matter. Because subsidiarity is a principle that look about every human that have a problem should fix their own problem in their own way first, and then if they can fix it by their own potential or by their own ability, and then the church or the parish should come to help them. That's why it's really matter. I will give you an example. In Flores there is a village which has children has very hard access a book. So that the parish give a solution. The solution is the parish with the youth ministry, they build a reading corner so that in that place every children can read the book. And then from where the book come from? The book come from every donation and maybe from their own book. From this occasion, from this case, from this kindness of the parish, there is also many volunteers that always give themselves to read the book and to teach how to read the book to the children every week. You see guys, this is how principle subsidiarity works. The solution is came from the people, the solution also for the people, and the solution are close to the people, so that the poor, the children in this case, are not only an object, they can become a subject in their future, in their own life. So, if we talk about subsidiarity, we don't talk again about the theories, but we can see it as a practical way in our real life. Do you guys know Flores and Komodo Island maybe? Yeah, I think you know it. In Flores, especially Eastern Indonesian people, they always have a big problem that we already know. It is an economic problem. So, if we know that they have a big problem in economic, and it is caused by their habit too, because they always owes, and owes. So that the Catholic Church in there always see this as a problem too. And then, what is the solution from the Catholic Church? The Catholic Church giving a solution not only by giving the money, but empowering them, empowering the farmer by create an local credit unions. Local credit unions is very crucial steps by the church. Why? Because from the local credit unions, they not only giving the money, but empower the farmer to have a new mindset about how to have an independence finance, so that if they have some money, they can manage them to set their own future. Don't you guys see this as an subsidiarity's principle? Yes, it is, because the solution of local credit unions are not run by the banks or the corporate, but this is run by the farmer, by the whole people in there, so that the solution is for the people, came from the people, and the solution is also make the poor not only as an object of help, but now they are a subject of their own liberation. This is how subsidiarity principle works in our Catholic Church in Indonesia. We have known about how subsidiarity principle really works in our real life. And I also remember about when Saint Paul said to the Corinthian people like this: if one part of the body suffer, every part of it suffers with it. And if one part of the body honor, every part of it rejoice with it. And now you are and we are the body of the Christ. And maybe this is our call. This is our time. If we found our neighbor, even our brother and sister are in need, it's time for us to giving ourselves to help them. But now, not only by giving help, but how we empowers them so that they can set their own liberation. And that's how subsidiarity principle works in our real life. From this, I know, and we all know, it is time for us to move again. It is time for the church to move again, but now not only from the top, but from the root, from the whole people, from the grassroots. That's why maybe this is related by the message of Jubilee year 2025 about pilgrims of hope, so that the church can really walk together with the whole people of the church. That's all my speech today. I really thank you for your attention, and I really appreciate it. May my speech can be useful for you guys and for ourselves. Thank you and see you.